Hi crafty creators! Welcome to 2024! We did it, you guys! We made it out of 2023. As always, a huge welcome back to my returning subscribers. You guys are such genuine gems for joining me. Thank you so much for always coming along and seeing me and all my shenanigans. You absolutely make my day every time you drop a cheeky like or a comment. I love hearing from you guys. And a big hi, hello, how are you to anyone that might be new and have just found me. I'm so glad that you're here. I hope that you like what you see and you find a reason to stay and hang out with all of us. My name is Miss Chloe, and this is my little corner of the internet where I get to share all of my cross-stitching with you guys. So, it's a brand new year. I thought it was time to do a little bit of a stock take, just a little one, and do a WIP parade for you guys. I don't know how many of you try and keep your WIPs under a set number. I used to be very proud of the fact that I had 10. And I can tell you, looking at this kitchen table right now where I'm filming, there's a lot more than 10. Last year might have got a little out of hand for me, but that's a-okay because we're gonna hope to finish a lot of them this year. So I've got lots of them on the table. They're all in project bags, and I cannot wait to show you what I've got. Let's get going, shall we? The first project that I'm going to show you today lives in this gorgeous frog and tink bag. And it is feeling a little bit shy. This is Winnie the Pooh. He is on a 14 count Aida that came with the kit, and I then hand dyed. So I used this. This is a butterfly pea flower tea, so it looks like bright blue when it's in the cup, and then you can pop in a little bit of lemon and change the color and it goes like purple. It's really cool. So I attempted to dye in that, and it just came out kind of a sad gray, very sad gray, when it dried. So we then went back and re-dyed it just with some dark English breakfast tea, like really strong. And I really love the modeling that's come up. It's not super great on camera, unfortunately, but it is in there. You can see a little bit of the gray in amongst the brown, and I just think it plays off Winnie the Pooh really, really well. So as you can see, all that's really left on this one are the bumblebees and the quote, but I didn't like the quote, so I don't know what to do with him. I'm not sure when I started him. That's going to be a recurring theme through here. I don't know when I started all the things. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm terrible at keeping track. I just get excited and do them. So that is this little guy. If you have an idea for the quote, hit me up below. I'll leave like a tagged comment or a pinned comment at the bottom there, and y'all can just write what you think we should put in instead. Or if you think I should just leave him blank and maybe move one of the bees onto the other side and just have them all around him instead. Let me know your thoughts because I need help with this one. He's been sitting in his bag for a very long time and he's gonna go back in there in 1 second. Next up we have this guy. This is another Frog and Tink project bag. This is one of their Christmas ones. And living in here I've got Autumn Fireworks. This is by My Beautiful Stitches. And it's actually a proper embroidery piece. So I'm learning all sorts of different stitches on it. This border is really satisfying, you guys. It's a little hard to get your head around counting because it's not the standard 4 dots is 1 square. It's not how it works in this thing. But that's okay. That's okay. I'm really, really loving this piece. I'm just doing it with a variegated DMC. And this border is so quick. So quick. When you do 1 square, it takes you no time at all because you literally go down it with the thread and then it's done and you move to the next square. So it looks like you do heaps in no time. It's really satisfying. And then you do these bits and they take forever, but that's okay. That's okay because the border is quick. This one is on, I believe, a 16 count Aida. It's just white Aida that we had. It's a little bit more at the top there. Tried to go up as far as I could. I really need to get back into this one, but I don't know what to do with it because she is quite long. You can see, right? She is quite long. And I just don't know what to do with that when it's finished. So if you have ideas, again, let me know. There's going to be a lot of let me knows in this video where you have ideas for things, because I don't know how to finish anything, you guys. I am so excited. This year, my friend and I want to do a lot of finishing. So just finishing ideas in general or suggestions are very, very welcome in the comments for every video for the rest of my year. Please and thank you. Alrighty, WIP number 3 is in another Frog and Tink project bag, because I am a little bit obsessed with them in their shop. And it's a dinosaur. Look at this guy. I love dinosaurs. I'm a bit crazy for them. Frog and Tink did a whole line of them, and I snatched this one up. She's a little bit different because she's on the back. The other guys are on the front. They have one in there that's 2 T-Rexes, and one's just like, ah. And I think he's laughing at the zipper, and it's the best thing. It's the best thing. Go check out the shop if you haven't, because it's so cute. Okay, I haven't done much on this kit at all. This is one that I kept at work. This is a 14 count Ada. And it's another Winnie the Pooh. So this is always be prepared. This was gifted to me by my friend Chris, who works with me. He's amazing. He keeps an eye out on any of these little kits he finds he gets for me, or little stitching accessories. He got me a scissor roll once. It was really nice. Really nice. So that one's just kit threads and stuff at the moment. It's going to be really cute though. It's going to be really cute. And I can't wait to just work on it and get it finished. But it's one of those things. I started it at work and then I put it down. And then I might have forgot that I had it at work. And then I found it when I was cleaning up. You know, you do the annual Christmas clean before the holiday and you bring it home and it sort of sits here and you go, that was a mistake. Never leave things in your drawers. Leave them on the countertop so that you know where they are. That's what I've learned this year. Last year. I've got to get used to that. Oh gosh. Our next project is one that was actually gifted to me. So I haven't started working on her yet. She is in this gorgeous bag. Look at this fabric. This is a Stitch by Liz original. She was kind enough to send me this project because she's not going to finish it. So she got started. This is all the kit stuff. And it's really sweet. Ooh, you can see straight through her. There we go. That's better. So she started. It's a beautiful house. When she told me about this kit, it sounded like it was little. And I was very excited. She ain't little. She's gonna be real big. But no regrets. No regrets. I am super excited for this Pass the Stash from the Dear Stitched by Liz. And I cannot wait to actually work on something that one of my friends has worked on and put it up in my house and just have something that we've shared together. I think that's really special. Stitched by Liz is a very organized lady. She has a project tracker in here. I do not do this. I should do this. So the project is called Victorian Charm and it is by Dimensions. It's on an 18 count navy and it was started on the 23rd of August in 2021. So I need to get on that and I need to work on that because I think that'll be really cool to finish up and be able to have something that my friend and I have worked on together. I think that's just really special, you know? Alrighty, the next thing I have to show you is also in another Stitch by Liz bag. This one she made me and sent me for my birthday and I love it. Look how cute this is. It's all little like green gems because green is my favorite color. You'll already know if you've been here before. And this is a Sunburnt Christmas by Fiddlesticks. So I am currently at the 50% mark. Here she is. She's really cute. This is what she'll look like. Always check up here. I will always put in what things look like. But I just love this one. I am doing this as a sal with the amazing Stitch by Liz and the ever wonderful Mel Rouvray over on Instagram. We are all hanging out in a little chat group and stitching this one together. I'm playing catch up at the moment. I'm hoping to catch up to Mel. She's quite a ways ahead of me, but I love it and it's been so much fun to work on. It's a really nice chart and the color in it is just so beautiful. This one I started on Christmas Eve and I know I did because Liz and Mel invited me to join them stitching it. So I actually know a date for something, you guys. Aren't you proud? So this one is on a 32 count and it's not an even weave. This is a linen. This one was sent to me from one of my friends and it didn't come with much information. It had a sticky note on it that said Cosmic Rose. So it's Cosmic Rose, but I don't know who dyed it for us. But it is a linen. It's the second time I am ever working on linen. And this one I'm actually quite liking. Something I have learnt that I will tell everyone now is that you need to tension this real good. Tension it real good. If you're using linen, you're new to linen, join me. It's an experience. It's not one that you have to repeat if you don't like it, but definitely give it a go and have a try, because it's not the worst. And there's lots of little tricks to it. So things like tensioning, good lighting, all of that sort of stuff will really help you out. So if you're new and you're a bit scared of linen, remember tension, tension, tension. And then turn on the light, because that's really important. I'm really excited to do this one. I can't wait to get it finished for Christmas next year and have it hung up for everybody to see at my Christmas table. This one, obviously being the one that I'm currently working on, has a slew of needle minders and a grime guard. The grime guard, again, is from Frog and Tink. So they are one of the stores that I'm obsessed with on Etsy. And then also, all of these needle minders, these are all Ginger Stitch AU. If there's needle minders on my project, there's a pretty good chance they're from Zane. Zane is excellent with needle minders. So that one I am hoping to get finished this year. I think it will be really, really nice to get that one done and up for Christmas. So that's my aim. Hold me to it. If you don't see it every couple of videos and you know I haven't finished, nag me. Drop me a comment, hit me up on Instagram, be like, girl, where is Sunburnt Christmas? You are running out of time, because I will need 100 reminders. I am really bad at things. Really bad at things, but that's okay, because I've got you guys to keep me on track and keep me honest. Next up, I have another Frog and Tink project bag. This is my bees. And this one houses one project that is technically 6. You'll see what I mean in a minute. This is my creepy Christmas style. So I'll run you through them. No, I'm not up to date. No, I'm not finished. And it's okay. I'm telling myself it's okay. So first up, we've got the creepy carolers. They're obviously finished. Second up, we have the haunted house. It's really cute. When I was stitching it, it was giving me Bob's Burgers vibes, because I'd just done the green and the yellow. And then the red door. Very Bob's Burgers, right? Third up, we've got the Christmas tree. And then finally, what I have finished at the bottom here is the Headless Horseman. If you guys stuck around for Flossmas, you would have seen this one in development. You would have seen him get finished. Very proud of that little finish. I didn't think I'd get it in, but there it is. So there are 2 more ornaments in this series. I have not started them yet, but I will. And I will get these 6 also finished for next Christmas, plus the bonus Christmas mole. Here are the others right now. These are really, really cute. So I can't wait to do them all. The little Christmas mole, he is a bonus. He is a bonus that we got for signing up for the patterns. So I'm really excited. I can't wait to do the gazebo. Gazebos are a pretty big thing here in Adelaide. We have one that's a landmark, so that will be a lot of fun. And then the final one with past, present, and future, I think that's just really cool. So this was a Lola Crow stitch along, and she did a fantastic job as always. Her patterns are just so beautiful all the time. I always want to do the Lola Crow stuff as it comes out, which could be a problem for me in the coming year, because if she does another stitch along, I'm gonna want to be part of that. I'm gonna want to be part of that like a lot. But I have so many things to finish. So the fabric I have stitched this one on is a 32 count even weave. This one did come in a Black Needle Society box. It was in the Pirates box, I believe, and it is called Black Pearl. It is done by Steel City Stitches, and it's opalescent, so it looks a little bit like it's snowing on my ornaments already, which I thought was just a really, really gorgeous little touch. Okay, so the next project I have to show you is this one. This is my Lion King cross stitch bag. I cannot remember who I bought it from. I bought it years ago, like before I moved house, kind of years ago. But it was pointed out to me by my friend Alma from Alma's Little Wonders, that someone was selling it, and I just instantly got obsessed because if you know anything about me, Lion King is my favorite movie of all time, but only the original animated one and not the remake. Not the remake. It's not as good. So this one obviously holds my Lion King start, which is at 1,200 stitches. And I know that because that was the aim I set myself when I did start up September for my birthday one year. So it's got a little bit of back stitching done in it. It's got the start of the sunbeam. It's going to be very, very pretty. It is a Disney Dreams kit, and it is done on 18 count white Aida or cream Aida. And it just came with all the things. And that included some like pearl filament stuff, which I don't know how to use. So I'm saving it till the end when I have had plenty of time to Google everything and find out what it means and what it's for. I think I started this one back in 2020. So it's been hanging around for a while and I should probably give it some love and attention. Give it some love and attention real soon. The next project I have usually lives in this cute little Frog and Tink project bag, which is made from Jewel Pink fabric, and it's got snakes on it. This was a custom order, and I'm so happy I got it. Thank you, Amy. This one holds You Are My Sunshine, which is something that I started 2022 for the summer solstice. So this was the summer solstice stitch along that I did with Mel Rouvray, and because it was a solstice stitch along, Lara joined us, which was really lovely. She had a different pattern, but the two of us had this one, and it was just a theme. So because it was summer solstice here in Australia in December, we did the summer solstice, so we did summer, but a couple of my friends did choose to do winter as well. And this is where I'm up to on You Are My Sunshine. It is not a very big pattern, and it looks really simple. It's on a 14 count Aida. It's by Creative Place, which is the Aldi kit brand. If you guys get anything from Aldi, they do cross stitch once a year. Unfortunately, this thing is full of fractal stitches. All of these, except this one, are all fractal stitches in a slightly different count. None of them are the same. It's very annoying. It's very annoying. But it's coming along. I've done the bottom half completely, so I just need to do this on top and then put in You Are and finish all my back stitching, and she'll be finished. And then I can hang her on my wall and she'll look fabulous. But I really don't like splitting Aida. If anyone has tips on how to do that easily, hit me up, because apart from using a sharp needle, which is fine until you remember that I am Chloe and I've stabbed myself a lot, and we don't like blood on our white projects, no thank you. So it's been a bit of a journey just to get here, but I'm hoping to get this one finished as well this year, just so that it's off my list. Because it's hanging around, and I think it's time it left. I think it's time. Apart from all the fractals, doing this bit was really satisfying, and backstitching these guys, very nice, very nice. So I am hoping to do that one this year. Oh my god, you guys, we're through the first pile. That's about half. Woo! We're getting there. Next up, I've got this Polar Express bag that came from the lovely ladies over at the Black Needle Society. Let's see what's in it. Okay, this is another Creative Place Aldi kit. This is good vibes only. This is what she looks like. So it's a whole bunch of plants and flowers, which is really great because I went through a plant phase when I started this. I also started this in 2022. and then forgot about it and put it down. Oops. But I'm really enjoying stitching this one. This is a project that I've started doing Stitch in the Ditch on. So for those who are familiar, you usually use hoops this way, so the fabric is taut at the top. This one I have reversed and I've used the fabric on the underside. And that's just so that I could try this different method, and I do quite like it. So it just means that when you go to finish your thread at the back, you're not having to run into the edge of the hoop because it's on top. I also think that when I do beading, you'll see a project later that has a few beads on it. When I do beading, I like to stitch in the ditch, because if I drop the bead or it comes off or something happens, it just rolls around in here instead of bouncing off and onto the floor and into the abyss. Because let's be honest, if a bead bounces off onto the carpet or onto the hardwood floor, even worse, she's gone. She's just, bye, just gone. Never to return, never to return. So this is another Creative Place kit. This is another Aldi kit. The only thing I've done with these Aldi kits is I have switched out the hoops. I'm using plastic ones because they hold the tension a little bit better for me. Because when I started these, I only had two Q snaps, and I was using them for other things. So these guys got pulled out. These are just plastic ones I got at the op shop, but they're really nice. They sort of have a little groove and they fit in really well, so they hold their strength and intensity really nicely for me. But that's where I'm up to on this one. I don't think I'll get her finished this year. I think I'll aim for next year. But I would like to get a little bit of work done. Maybe a couple more of these big leaves. They're very nice to stitch. I really like them. I really like them. Okay, next up we have this. This is another Frog and Tink custom project bag. I love owls. I think they're really great. Did you know baby owls are called owlets and that they sit cross-legged? I think that's really sweet. Owls are the best. Owls are the best. And in here we've got Psyduck. This is People Make My Head Hurt. He's only little. I started him a little while ago. I charted him up on Fiddle Stitch. I'm pretty sure it's Fiddle Stitch. One of the free charting programs on the internet. So I've been guessing his colors and quietly working on him, and I really want to put a circle around him, which is why I used a smaller hoop, so I had a guideline. And it's just going to have the backstitch words, People Make My Head Hurt, because he is a Pokemon that always has a migraine and always has a headache, and I relate to him so much. When I was younger, I used to get migraines all the time. They were just constant. They would never stop. I would get rid of them for maybe 2 days and then have them for like a week and a half. It turns out it was because of allergies, but that's okay, because this little Pokemon got me through it. He had migraines too, and he was always holding his head and just kind of in pain and a little bit off. So, of course, I connected to that because that was me. That was me. But that's him. I started him a little while ago. I, again, don't know the date. I am sorry. He is on a 14 count Ada, which I would have just pulled out of my stash to use and then cut to size. And I'd really like to get him done too, so I could hang him up at work. That was always where he was going to go. He's got a spot picked out in my cubicle. I have an empty hoop hanging up there for him. He is ready to go. So for anyone that isn't familiar, because I know that not everyone's watched Pokemon and not everyone knows, he will be all yellow. So he's another shade of yellow in his tummy, and on his head it's a little bit lighter, and his bill is like a dull yellow or a creamy yellow, and so are his feet. But I think he's going to be really cute. Really, really cute. And I can't wait to finish him now that I've refound him. Here's another one that I found in the cleanup. So I did a big cleanup of my craft room to find all my projects, and I'd forgotten that he existed and he was in the back corner. So I'm so glad that we found him. We've got to get him finished and bring him home. Bring him home 2024. That's what we're doing this year, hey? Next up, we have another custom Frog and Tink project bag. Can you tell that Chloe got obsessed? I love these ones. These are so good because I don't have to worry about the plastic on the front getting damaged when it goes into my rucksack for work. It's got constellations all over it. It's my favorite. It's my favorite. In here we've actually got 2 projects because I keep them together. Why not? Why not? I think I started them around the same time, so I've just kept them in the same bag. The first one is Society Stitcher. This is a free chart from the Black Needle Society. It's available on the Facebook page. It's still there, I believe, so if you want it, go grab it. It is by the lovely Katie Landis, and it's on a 16 count Aida. This is Amethyst Cloud from Sew It All Australia. I've been working on it pretty much in the called for colors. I did sub in a variegated floss for the snail shell because I thought that was really cute. So it's a teacup with a little snail on it and a little tea bag at the top, and then it's got a whole bunch of steam and stuff in the background. I originally stopped stitching this because I didn't have the thread, and then I put it away very carefully and again couldn't find it. I have to stop putting things away carefully because that's what's happened to about 4 projects so far. I did start this one in 2022 and I had lofty plans to finish it in 2022. Obviously I didn't do that. Obviously not. So I will have to frog out the number 2 and go find the thread that I used for this one to get it done. This has a Love You More Studio button on it, which is my needle minder. Isn't she cute? That's Society Stitcher. The other thing in this pouch is Winter Welcome by Park Hopper Bart. I'm going to insert a photo because the white does not come up very well. So here she is. This is what I've done. This is Winter Welcome. This is stitched 2/2. This is my other linen project that I was talking about, you guys. This is how I learned the tension is important because none of these stitches match up. None of them are the same tension. Don't look too closely, thank you. I have obviously only done the words and the border. I still need to do the snowman and the big snowflakes inside. Unfortunately, I do not remember what fabric this is that was given to us. But I do remember that the thread's a toile. I did this one and it got put in the naughty corner because I was just having so much trouble with it. I was admittedly trying to stitch in hand, and I don't think in hand is the right way to go for linen just because you can't hold the tension the same every time. So I will be putting him in a Q-snap when I finish him, hopefully for this year's 12 stitches of Christmas. So hopefully he'll come back out for that and we'll get to do some little updates on him for 12 stitches and get it finished, and we will finish it into an ornament and then we can hang it up in the background as Christmas decor. That will be so good. That will be so good. So that's where I'm up to on those 2. As we're almost there, there's about 8 left. There's about 8 left. You're doing so well. The next thing we have is this beautiful Ursula bag, which came from Jasmine Custom Bags. Thank you, girl. This was part of her villain series. And I love Ursula. She is my all-time favorite Disney character. I just think she's a boss babe. She's amazing. You know, who else could give you the confidence to be a bigger woman, be in charge, see yourself as beautiful? She has henchmen. She's got her own business. She knows what she wants and she goes for it. Okay, the evil thing's not so great, but like all the good qualities for Ursula, I love her. I love her so much. So much. So in here, we have my Mermaids of the Seasons. This little lady is Spring. She is the only one I have worked on. There are 4. These come from Bella Filipina Designs. This is the project that has beads on it. You can see them if I hold it this way. There you go. So she's a little heavy. I have not done her border because I was waiting on frames and then I never quite caught back up on that. So I've got the frames now, so I need to reach out the border so that it will fit inside the frame perfectly that I've already picked out because I like the frames I've got. And then I will do her 3 sisters. So this one was Spring. We also have Summer, Autumn, and Winter. I'm quite excited to stitch all of these guys. I have fabric picked out for all 4 of them. It was a sale, but obviously I did not keep up because everybody has been brought out now. Now that you've had a good look, I'm also going to show you this. This bag is from Frog and Tink. No surprise, it's another custom order because I found this fabric with unicorns on it and just fell in love. So I wanted everything in this fabric, everything ever, because I'm a 6-year-old, right? It lives inside and it has all the beads in it. So I like this because this huge bag is big enough to fit all of my fabric plus this other bag, which is a little bit smaller and has the beads. So if one of the containers does come open, it's less likely to get spread through the entire thing because it's trapped inside there. Yes, the containers are all inside little baggies inside the bag, inside the big bag, because I'm paranoid and I've had it happen to me before, not with cross stitch beads, but when I was making bracelets and stuff, one of the boxes came open and it just went everywhere inside this big bag. So protection on protection on protection, you know? I have no idea when I'll catch up on this stitch along or when I'll finish it, but I do know that all 4 mermaids are super pretty and I cannot wait to get them done. So they will hopefully be another thing that I get done in this new year, which is still feeling really weird to say, even though I've said it like 100 times this video. There are lots of things that I'm hoping to finish this coming year and just get off the WIP list because I think they deserve their place in the sun. They deserve to be on my wall. So I'm really hoping to get them all in. The next project that we have for you is in another Frog and Tink bag, which is a different Lion King fabric because Lion King is life. Here we have another stitch along that I am behind on, that I should have finished in September, but I haven't. And yes, I said it that fast on purpose because it hurts a little less if it's quick. This is Autumn Lane Stitchery's Dark Queen of the Earth. I am on part 6. Part 6. But I really, really love this one. It's been so nice to work on. This is on a mystery fabric that was gifted to me. So it's opalescent, it's green, it's pretty close to the cold fours as I was told. I did start this one quite late because my fabric didn't arrive in time, and then I had a local friend help me out and she gave me this one, which was really sweet of her. So when the actual fabric came in, I swapped out and I gave her that one as a return gift. But it's opalescent and it's just so beautiful. So beautiful. I have really enjoyed this one. I did this one at the start of the year, start of 2023-ish. I was working on it. So I'm hoping to get some more in on it this year. I still have not picked if I'm doing brown skin or green skin. I still have not picked if I'm doing orbs or flowers. I still have not picked if I'm doing horns or crowns. I am a mess, and that's okay. That's okay. I'm really bad at decisions. So I have a bit of time because I'm only on part 6. I'm at the halfway point. And I will hopefully be able to make all my decisions as I go through. But I really like her and I'm really happy with where she's up to. I think her colors are falling beautifully. I love these little mushrooms and flowers. I think it's just really, really cute. So hopefully I will get at least 2 more parts done on this one. I won't say finished because she is quite chunky, but hopefully I'll get a little bit more done. Next up, we've got this project bag, which came in the Black Needle Society Nice List box 2022, I want to say, which is from Little Women. And in here, we have Santa Stamp Collection. This was a stitch along done in 2022 by the Black Needle Society, which was exclusive for 1 year to Nice List subscribers. It was brought out as a surprise and we were so surprised. Here's your close-up, because it is not coming up, it's too small. So we have stamps all the way down to day 25, and I have done most of the motifs in the middle ones there. So this one was released every single day. We got a new stamp to our inbox, which was really cool. I really enjoyed receiving the new ones. I still have not decided if I'm doing full backgrounds on these guys or what's going on with them yet, because I am indecisive, and that is a-okay. So I started this one on the 1st of December in 2022. And I know that because that's when stamp came out and we got the top border. And I just think it's really pretty. Katie did a great job designing this one. And it, again, would be nice to finish. I think a lot of my friends have finished this one. A lot of my friends worked on this one for 12 Stitches of Christmas in 2023. Last year. Oh, that takes effort, you guys. That takes effort. But it's just really pretty. It's nice and long. And it's just gorgeous. This is on a 32 count Jobberlin, which is from Bestitch Me. It was in a grab bag, so it does not have a color name. I believe it says something like 390 or 398 on the tag that it came with. But I'm really happy with it, and I love how it's coming out. So I cannot wait to get back into this one as well for 12 Stitches next year. This year. Damn it. This year. Next up we have another Jasmine's Project Bags. This is Scar. This is another one of my Disney favorites. He's just so sassy and I love him so much. In here we have Abby Sue Designs Villain Stitch Along. Again, I am behind. No surprise, it's okay. So I have done the first 3 villains. So we have the Queen from Snow White, Lady Tremaine from Cinderella, and the Queen of Hearts. I've also started Captain Hook. I have not gotten very far on Captain Hook. I will get there. That's okay. This stitch along has 15 different villains in it, and I think it's really, really fun. I've made my guesses. Everyone else is on like row 3. But I'm on row 1, and that's okay. I'm telling myself that's okay. It's another stitch along that we're not keeping up with, but we will get there. We will get there because I really want to stitch this. This was gifted to me by the ever lovely Stitched by Liz as part of my birthday this year, which I really love because she knows I'm crazy for a Disney villain. Crazy for Disney, crazy for a Disney villain. It's all good. It's all good. This one here is stitched on an 18 count green Ada. This is Welcome to the Jungle by Color Cascades. And I got a huge amount of this on Marketplace, so I have enough to stitch this like 10 times over, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool. It's a lot of fabric and it's just really good. So the reason I picked it is because it actually gives me the vibes of the Disney villains, because you know their unofficial colors are purple and lime green. I don't really like purple. I'm not a huge fan. So green being my favorite color, I had to get that lime green in, and these smoke shafts, they look like they do in the movie when Scar like stamps his foot and all the boilers go up, or when Maleficent is gonna like transform and stuff. So I think that that's really fun. Really, really fun. And the whole thing just has this light green mottle through it that's just gorgeous. It's just gorgeous. I love it so much. So much. I'm so glad I could get this fabric off Marketplace. The grime guard on this one is another custom order. This is by Frog and Tink, and it was made specifically for this stitch along because, oh, it's not going to come up very well. It's got Disney villains on it. It's got Disney villains on it. This is my second project bag, which I keep inside my big project bag, which is also Frog and Tink, but it goes with it. So you can see there all the villains' faces. All the villains' faces. This one holds all my paperwork to go with the stitch along. And the other one just holds everything. So all my threads and this, because the frame fits in really nicely. So that's always a good thing. Plus the bag with all the papers and my marking pens and all of that sort of stuff. We're finally getting down to things that are on frames and in hoops now. So next up, we've got Royal Games. This is a Mirabilia. This was my first start at a fancy lady. And I do plan to do all their skin 1/1. As much as it's torturous, I'm doing it. So this is Royal Games 1 with the Red Queen and the Black Queen. And it's a playing card, so it's really cute when it's finished. I can't wait. It is stitched on a 32 count even weave opalescent 2/2. I did start this one a few years ago. The opalescent is not coming up, I don't think. I am so sorry. It's sparkly, just trust and believe. So yes, this one is stitched 2/2. This is all gonna be in DMC thread and then a few Krynic, so that's not too bad. And I'm hoping to get this one done in the next 2 years. I'm going to give myself a little bit of a longer window because I've got a lot of things that I want to finish this year. So 2 years. And it is a Mirabilia design. This grime guard was made for me special. This was made by the ever lovely Stitched by Liz. Thank you, darling. Next up, we've got a Bothy Threads kit for you guys. This is I'm Late. So it's an Alice in Wonderland piece. I'm sure you've guessed from the name. I love me some Alice in Wonderland. This is her sister Lizzie, so she's reading her book. And then over here we're gonna have Alice and the White Rabbit and the little door that he's running towards in the beginning of the film and the book. And these are really beautiful. These Bothy Threads pieces are just so gorgeous to work on. They're a beautiful silhouette and you really get good shaping and good lines. I love them. This is actually stitched 3/1, so it's very different from all of my other stuff, and that's purely to give really good coverage so that the black doesn't have any bleed through. Because with a silhouette piece, it's quite important that your blocks are really solid. So it is done 3/1, so 3 threads over 1 square for anyone that might be questioning because they're new. I got you, you've got this, it's okay. And I've just been quietly working on this one for a couple of years. It's been a really good tie-dyes project because it is done on a 14 count Ada, so it's quite big. But also my Ada looks like a rainbow paddle pop. This was my favorite ice cream when I was a kid, and right up until I had to stop eating ice cream, it was still my favorite ice cream. I would get it at the shops all the time. People were always like, oh, that's sweet, you're getting them for your kid? No, I don't have kids. I'm getting this for me. Getting this for me. But I'm working away on it. This is about 1/4 done. So hopefully I'll be able to pick her back up again as well and get this one to another 1/4 at least. I would like to get Alice put in over here. So that would be really nice because then I'd also have this tree finished. This tree has been a lot of fun to do, but it's also a pain to count. So I would like to get that one in and get her at least to the 50% mark, I think, this year. 2 projects left, you guys! Next up, we've got Gryffindor. He's just got a little boop. Just a tiny little snoot for booping. I haven't done a huge amount on him. I've done a little. I've done a little, but not a lot. I started this at the last Novels and Needles retreat event by the Black Needle Society where we all chilled out and chatted. So I stitched on this in the chat room at something ridiculous like 3 a.m. my time. I was very tired. Thankfully, there are no mistakes, so he's looking really good. Really good. I have done 2 of his companion pieces. I've done Slytherin and Ravenclaw. I did those in 2023. I finished those 2 crests, so I have the other companion pieces for them, which is obviously Gryffindor here, and also Hufflepuff, which I was waiting on fabric to start, so I put these 2 aside together so that they could be in the waiting room and be friends. And I'm hoping to get them done in the next couple of years as well so that I can then get them framed as a quad. So I'd like to frame them 1, 2, 3, 4 all together because I think that would be really cool and something a little bit different from my individual framing. Before anyone comes for me for the last piece and the final piece that I'm going to show, I would just like to put a little disclaimer. I do understand and I do not support She Who Must Not Be Named. These are things that I already have and I've already promised to finish, and I believe in separating the art from the artist. So, that being said, our final work in progress is my 8-year project. This is Frogwarts from the Black Needle Society, and I bought a scroll frame for it because it's really big. Like, the fabric is longer than I am tall, kind of big. This one is on a 32 count even weave as well. She is also stitched 2/2. Here is a photo of the full thing unrolled because I cannot unroll it. The ever amazing Amy, she rolled this up for me. She attached it to the frame because I didn't know what I was doing. And she is just like the best girlfriend. I don't know what I would do without her, honestly. Honestly, she just teaches me all the things and then fixes all the problems. She is everything. But yes, here it is. So far, this has taken me 4 years. But out of those 4 years, it's taken me 2 weeks each time. Because that's how long we get the piece to work on it. So that's not too bad. That's not too bad. This is a once-a-year retreat that the Black Needle Society runs in July, usually. And it's been a lot of fun. So we get all these crazy tasks to do, and we have chat rooms. And by the end of it, I am a blithering mess because I do not sleep for a week. Because, you know, sleep is for the weak and coffee is for the strong. Girl, yes. Girl, yes. But we run chat rooms all the time. We end up delirious and giggling and just having the best time. It is so much fun. And in amongst all of that, we competitively stitch. So, you know, we end up with sore wrists and hands because we have been stitching as fast as we possibly can to get as many stitches in an hour as is physically possible. And it's just such a great challenge every year. It's so much fun. And everyone that goes, I absolutely love them. They are my people. They are so funny and sweet. And, you know, they talk to me about every project they've ever done. I love it so, so much. So we are halfway through now. This year we will get another little piece to stick on the bottom of it. And then for the next couple of years, we'll get a few more. So this is technically a 7-year project, but there will be a year 8 in-person retreat. So I'm going to go to that and I will stitch whatever that is. I have spare fabric waiting for it just in case, so it matches in. This fabric I did get white. It was tea dyed. It was the first thing I ever tea dyed. I put it in my oven to set it. I had several panic attacks. My poor husband was sitting in the other room and he was just like, girl, you okay? And I was like, it's in the oven. What if it catches fire? What am I going to do? Like, it's the first time that I ever bought a huge bolt of fabric for something. It's the first time that I ever did tea dyeing. And when I got it finally delivered, I think I had like a week before retreat. So it was just before the pattern was given to us. And if I ruined the fabric, I didn't have a stash. So I would have had nothing to stitch it on, just absolutely nothing. And it would have been a really bad time. But thankfully, you know, the gods of fabric dyeing were smiling down on me and they helped me and they looked after it and everything was fine. Everything was fine. So we were very, 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 very lucky. Very lucky. So obviously that's not getting finished this year, but a new piece will be added to the bottom and I can't wait to show you guys in July. I can't wait to see it. Katie's got to design it and it's going to be phenomenal because all of them have been. I'm so excited. It's my favorite time of year. My absolute favorite is this retreat just because, as I said, the people are so wonderful and you get to hang out with everybody and you get to just have a really good time. Those chat rooms are the best bonus to anything. I think they're just fantastic. Okay, so that's it. Looking over everything, I have roughly 20 projects, which for me is like huge. I know there's a couple of you laughing. You think I have baby whips because you've got like 100 plus. And I salute you, babe. I salute you. I prided myself on keeping it to 10. I didn't keep it to 10. There's a lot more here. So I've doubled my number of projects in the past year, which is pretty great. Pretty great, because I had a lot of finishes too. This is one of them last year. And so were these guys, I think. I forget. Anyway, so I've got about 20 projects roughly on the go now, and I'm hoping to get that number down so I can start a whole bunch of new things this year too. I'm sure there's lots of stitch-alongs that you guys have heard of. Make sure you tell me about them. Make sure you tell me because I would love to know so that I can also join some because stitch-alongs are fun. I love the atmosphere and seeing everyone's little tweaks and changes, and it's just so good. It's such a good community to be in. But I think I've talked enough at you. I'm not sure what this is going to edit down to, but I have been going for almost an hour now, so my voice is getting tired. My voice is getting tired and I'm going to need to edit this and add a lot of photos in. But please, please in the comments, let me know what you're working on this year. How many WIPs do you have? Do I need to have more? Is this a pathetic number? I don't know. I don't know. Tell me what you think below. Let me know what you're working on. Let me know of your sells. Let me know of suggestions of things you think I would like to stitch that I should be working on so that I can go support some designers and get something new. And until next time, I will be back in 2 weeks. So you stay safe, you be happy, and you craft something absolutely beautiful. And I will see you real soon, crafty creators. Bye.